is MMA Control, and we have UFC 326 this weekend, the BMF title, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. I'm here with Big Verb, and special guest to break down the main event with us. We have the BMF of Bare Knuckle. We have Nathan the Reaper Rivera. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. What's going on, boys?
Happy to have you on here, man.
Thanks for having me, dude. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to break down some MMA, dude. I haven't watched a full card in God knows how long because I keep on falling asleep, but I would never miss a Max Holloway fight.
That's right. My goat. What about you, Big Verb? How you feeling?
Feeling great. I got a question. What was the last MMA match you did watch? What was like the one you like had to watch? Like,
oh man, like I was really excited for.
Yeah, really excited for.
I mean, I watched Cheeto fight, which was super sad because, like, he is like one of my freaking favorite fighters, and I was like, "Dang, dude, that's the fourth one, bro."
Marlon Frizo Vera just standing there menacingly,
dog, and then seeing everybody like, "It's time to have that talk about Cheeto," and I'm like, "Dude, you save it, okay? He's my goat."
Like that.
Yeah, I was super excited to watch him fight. The last one I watched was because it was free and I had Paramount, was Gaethje and Patty.
No.
Yeah,
Yep.
I watched that one.
That was a banger,
dude. I only now I'm like down to like I'm like a casual now. I'm like an MMA casual. I only watch the people who I know that fight or like the big cards, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you there. I don't blame you.
You're going to be watching a whole lot more MMA this year.
I know, dude. I know. So I got the grill is cleaned out. I got the new grill. I'm about to get a TV. So fight nights here are about to be nuts. I need you to educate me. Educate me before we turn on the TV because I don't know nothing anymore.
No, that's what I'm here for. That's Rain Man of MMA. Feel me?
Let's go.
But talking about the BMF. Headlining the main event, we have Max Holloway, my favorite fighter of all time, versus Charles Oliveira, another guy literally right now wearing the Charles shirt.
Hey,
let's go.
I love them both. This is gonna kill me.
To be honest with you, like, and which is crazy. I say this and people get all freaked out and like, oh my God, I can't believe you. I've never been like the craziest Charles fan. Like, I don't hate the guy at all. I really love that like he's like a strong family guy and he has like he's pretty involved with his faith. Like when he cuts weight, all his team is there. Like I love the team environment that he has around him. I just never really followed his career like that. Whenever he would fight people, he was always like I was more excited to see that other person fight. But I mean, he's a phenomenal fighter. I just have like watched Max forever, bro.
The whole time.
Like literally the whole time. And like I just like, how can you hate this guy, dude? Like
so funny.
How can you like watching his like podcast on Joe Rogan and like hearing him talk about like I think he was talking about possums and he thought they actually died and then came back to life or something. Like you just are like, dude, this guy's not real, bro. Like he's hilarious. So I'm excited for that fight. I mean, I don't really want either of them to lose. I like the story of Charles Oliveira is crazy, you know, like the comeback is insane, like almost unheard of. But dude, I'm like Team Max on that one all the way.
What about you? You have any dog in this fight?
I love both of them so much. So I think Charles really got popular, especially because he was a champion during that COVID time. And the people he was beating were like your favorite fighters, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, and such. But man, I've been watching Max forever. So it's hard to, and like you said, you watch videos of him, he's like the coolest, most chill. He's a real surfer guy, you know, he doesn't like talk very serious or anything. I think this is going to be like a Max by decision. I think Charles is going to have to mix up the grappling or else what Max has been doing to people has been brutal. Minus Ilya, obviously. But,
jeez.
Minus Ilya, the chosen one. I think Max by decision. My big question is Max Shin kind of fading away? You know, obviously he got knocked out. He got dropped in the Dustin fight. So I just wonder if it's still as durable as we all think about. You know what I mean? Because Charles does have some power. Obviously, he stung just about everybody but Islam. But we know Charles' chin is not durable anymore, unfortunately. It's not reliable. So if I get that Gamrot wrestling mixing in with the striking, I think it's a lot closer. But if Charles just decides to stand and bang, I think it's going to be I don't want to say a rough night, but he's going to look brutal at the end of it.
See, I hate this because it's just like, I'm a new combat sports fan, newer, like 2020-ish. So I come in, I find out what MMA is through Max Holloway on UFC, whooping ass on people. Watch his documentary of the Jose Aldo fights. I'm like, I love this guy. He's my favorite. Then I start watching, and it's like the first event I ever watched is Charles submitting Kevin Lee in like a no crowd Brazil. I'm like, all right. Then he fights Tony Ferguson. Then he fights Michael Chandler. Then he fights Poirier. Then he fights Gaethje. It's just like every performance was like I was there the whole time for him. Where with Max, it was like, damn, my first live fight with him was the second Volk fight. Then he fights Yair. He fights Calvin Kattar. Like, he has these awesome performances, but all non-title fights. So every time he gets to some sort of a title fight, like the Gaethje fight or Topuria or Poirier, any of that stuff, it makes me nervous because I'm like, oh, I've only ever seen you lose.
Yeah.
But after the last couple, he's rocking and rolling. With the chin, it's like Gaethje dropped him, Korean Zombie stung him, Elia KO'd him, Poirier dropped him. So I think it's going a little bit, but it gives me confidence where, like, typically when I see someone get put out, if they don't get dropped the next time, they just go out. And watch him getting dropped and get right back up. I'm like, all right, there's still some left in the tank up there. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this fight yet. Nathan, what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, like when Dustin and Max had to fight, it made me sad because someone had to lose. You know what I mean? This one, I'm like almost like actively rooting for Max. You know what I'm saying? Like Dustin, dude, when Dustin and him fought, I was like, I don't even want to freaking, I wish someone would just pull out. You know what I'm saying? Like because dude, those guys take it like when they lose, bro. I think that's why I like Max so much. When they lose, man, they take it on the chin. They're like, yeah, bro, I didn't do that right. I need to get back. You know, so you always want to see those guys win because they take accountability. It's the same with Dustin, same with Max. Like what you said with Max's chin is a little bit questionable, right? Like we haven't seen him put like that ever, you know? So that's something I do think that if it is a stand-up fight, I think it'll be a decision for Max. You know, it'll just be 5 rounds of him just kind of picking him apart, you know, and kind of, I don't want to say playing it safe, but I think Max is a good enough striker to where he can just play it safe, you know? But I think it really does make it interesting if Charles mixes in the grappling. So, I mean, I see it going. If I had to put some money down, I would say decision by Max.
My biggest thing with not being able to decide, I like that pick. I think I am going to pick Max as well. But I think the betting odds, they have Max at a -250 favorite.
Okay.
I think that's a little wide because I think the two things that we've seen, or I guess haven't seen from Max, he hasn't checked low kicks well. Yair hurt his leg. Volk hurt his leg. Charles's leg kicks are real mean. Like they're hard, and he's a big guy. And on the flip of that too, not one person, fun stat here, one person has ever attempted submissions on Max Holloway. One. Who would you think that person is?
I don't even know. Was it Dustin?
Dustin.
Was it a Gilly?
He submitted him in one of their first fights.
It was like an arm bar.
Okay.
A triangle arm bar, and then he jumped to Gilly in their last fight. That's the only submissions Max has ever had to get out of.
Dang.
He typically is not grappled against. So I think, and Charles, I think, has shown he's a very good wrestler, out wrestling Gamrot, who I think is top of the heap. I really like him in the grappling. Where if Charles goes out there, leg kicks, knees, lots of clinch, and takes him down, I think this might be one-way traffic for Charles. But I think if it stays on the feet, it could be one-way traffic for Max too. Like it's 50-50. I'm going to pick Max because he's my dog, but I can see Charles winning by maybe submission too.
Yeah, and like Charles is one of those guys that it's almost hard to not bet on because he just pulls it out, dude. He just pulls out a win.
Even when he's losing, he got dropped 3 times versus Poirier. Round 3, he gets the back. Gotcha.
When you see that trait in somebody, it's so hard to bet against them because you're like, this is not a safe bet, you know?
No, 100%.
No, like you said, though, it's really because like when you really look at it, he's never really gone against a wrestler at all. Like any type of wrestler. Not to say Charles is a wrestler, obviously, more jiu-jitsu, but obviously it's a huge advantage for him. So it'd be interesting to see someone actually really going for it. I mean, he's not the biggest leg kicker, so that's not going to stop. He's actually, those little spin kicks he does into the gut, I think will probably stop Charles. But kind of interesting, Charles does have a 5-inch reach on him.
Oh, that's big.
That's a big deal, and that's kind of perfect.
That's a Nathan Rivera reach right there.
Yeah, that's a big reach.
Especially the way he uses those front kicks, knees. And like you said, it's hard to ever bet against Charles. Like, I see him at +250. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I put money on him? I think Max is just so much better of a striker. If he does have the takedown defense that he's going to need to stay up, I do think he wins. I do think Charles will get him against the fence a lot, do some knees, do some stuff, but I think Max will be able to get him down. I think Charles does get him down, but I do think Max will probably get back up and there won't be a ton of damage done.
I've got Max's career pulled up right now, and like the best wrestlers he's fought or grapplers even are
Volk.
2019, Frankie Edgar. 2018, Ortega, Volk.
I would say Volk's probably
Ricardo
in
Lamas, because everybody else, it was Clay Collard, Cub Swanson, Anthony Pettis, Jeremy Stevens, Jose Aldo, Ortega, Poirier, Edgar, Volk, Cater, Rodriguez, Allen, Korean Zombie, Gaethje, like all these guys.
all boxers. Yeah, all boxers.
So it's a very interesting style matchup coming up. Charles has seen the boxer a whole lot more than Max has seen what Charles can bring.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
It's just it's a weird one. I think this should be a pick 'em. So seeing Charles sitting at plus 250 makes me go,
yeah,
I need it.
Yeah.
But looking elsewhere on this card, I think we're all three unanimously picking Max Holloway here in the main event.
And I don't know if I like that. I hate we're all so confident.
Also,
Max, but
another fun fact, there has never been a defended BMF belt. Poirier won it. Gaethje head kicked him. Gaethje fought Max. Max head kicked him. I lied. Max is the only person to defend it because he beat Poirier. That was my mistake. But Max is the first one.
But
then he got knocked out by Poirier, so it doesn't count.
He got knocked out, but we don't think,
bro. We need to nerf that guy. dude, what's the deal, man? So I've been out of the MMA loop. I love him, dude. I mean, he's a gangster, dude. I'm out of the MMA loop though. What's the deal, bro? Is he going to 55? Is he doing like what's
he's the current champ of 55. Who knows what's going on right now? Like there's been no title fights booked besides Yuri versus Olberg and Van versus Tyra. Like nobody's booked. It's all kind of seeing what it comes down to on the White House, and then there's International Fight Week, and then there's there's a bunch of pay-per-views back to back in the summer, and I think there's going to be a lot of clarity coming out in the next month about what that's going to look like.
I mean, is that a thing between him and Islam? Is that like a...
So there's a rumor right now that he might be moving up to 70 to fight Islam. Islam might be moving back to 55. I doubt that, but might be moving back to 55 to fight Topuria. Like, as of right now, everybody was looking at the Islam fight where Islam was supposed to fight Ian Gary. And then Ian Gary was like, he's stalling. And then it was, Islam's fighting Michael Morales. And then Morales was like, I never got a contract. And then it was JDM versus Pratis is booked. Brady versus Buckley is booked. Shavkat's cooked. His knees are cooked. So Usman got told no. So that's the whole top 8. And they're saying Islam has a fight.
And it's big.
Ali saying it's the biggest fight they can make. Ilya is supposed to fight Gaethje at the White House, but now that's on the rocks. So there's rumors going around right now. It might be Islam Ilya.
So what's the deal with the Mac, bro?
The what?
The Mac.
Connor?
The Mac.
Jack hates Connor. I don't know why.
I'm
a fanboy forever.
I'm a fanboy, bro.
Forever. I think
y'all
White House
y'all like
100%.
criminals. You guys.
I don't care, criminals. Bro. No, okay, hold on.
It's a good fighting base.
Were you watching MMA at the rise of Connor though?
Never. The only time I've seen him fight. I saw him fight Poirier twice, and I loved Poirier.
You know what's terrible?
Like, he got sucked out.
Dude, you don't get it, bro. Because that was an era, bro. That was an era of fighting that will like be forever. Like
I'm just here with
singed, bro. Stinged in the brain.
10 years ago.
Yeah, no,
it was 10 years ago. Holy crap! Dang.
I would like but it's like your favorite movie from a while ago. You know what I mean? And it hasn't aged bad at all.
Not at all, dude.
No, he will never understand what it was like to see this man knock out Aldo in 10 seconds. And
insane. I mean, I was like, I was just so absolutely stoned out of my head watching that. Like, this is not real, bro. Like, I was like, this is a fictional thing, because Jose Aldo was my GOAT, bro. And when he did that,
that's who got me into MMA.
Me too.
I loved Aldo.
That was me too. I was like young, looking up like MMA, and I would see like WEC. I would see Jose Aldo soccer kicking people in a freaking pride ring into the head, and I'm like, this guy's crazy. I remember watching a video of Uriah Faber like not being able to walk after he got done leg kicking him, like on crutches, and his whole leg was purple.
With the bruise?
Dude, yeah, that was like my introduction, bro. So if you can if you can get with that mindset of like, this is my goat, and then Connor comes in here and knocks him out, and then just Eddie Alvarez, like, so that era, bro, I can get why you're like, he's not that great, you know.
I'm not even saying that it's not that great. See, I am just anti bad person. And
yeah.
I hate Connor. I hate John Jones. I hate them both.
I don't like John Jones. Yeah,
he's an even
I feel
worse
that
guy. That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
Are they awesome? Yeah, they're great. Don't get me wrong. But it's just
that
like,
era, bro. It's just that era. You had to experience it.
Villain, Joker, just walked in, suit. You know, you started
that's
wearing
why
the suit.
I like Max Holloway. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a hero.
Oh man,
Connor beat him up,
and Connor beat the hell out of him. God,
bro,
he was a child at the time.
It's hard to understand too, like the press conferences, the aura of the press conferences.
Dude. I don't think I'll ever be alive for something like that.
It was just like so much different aura. Him coming late to the New York one with a fur coat on. It's just like there was just so much aura, like nobody could ever replicate it. And it's just insane.
And everyone's tried. That's the other thing is everybody has tried since, and it's just like, bro, you're not
trying to be a copycat.
Yeah. Is he fighting though? Is he on the card? Maybe. I mean, like,
so
what's the deal?
The rumor was that he was offered Carlos Prates. Obviously, that didn't happen. Because
no way the UFC would do that.
He's fighting JDM. But I don't know, man. Prates versus JDM headlining Australia Fight Night.
That's a great fight.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
First fight night in ATL, baby.
Dang. We need to go hard for that one.
That'd be a good one.
But it's just like, I think that I'll never be alive for a press conference like that. I don't think Topuria might be the closest thing ever to just like he walks into a room and it's like, damn.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's him, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, even thinking about the scale of Topuria is Crawford versus Canelo. Topuria and Crawford are beefing on the side. And Crawford's like, fuck it, I'm walking out to his music.
Yeah.
And Crawford walks out, or I can't do the song, but you know the song.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, he's transcended. He's beefing with these guys.
Yeah, that's insane. How many title defenses and just win streak was Jose Aldo on before Connor knocked him out? Because of that,
it was a lot. It was at least.
Was 15. Are you talking?
I think it was 18. Bro.
Yeah, it was up there.
I mean, just in general, like, what was his win streak? Because
let's see
how Topuria did Volk and Max, like
Charles,
like how he did these people, bro. It's like
all your favorite fighters just destroyed them. Just like
that's how Connor did it, bro. Yeah. Like with one person, with Jose Aldo, because he was people were like
fight win streak,
18 fight.
My God.
So that this was like back in the day when people would say like, oh yeah, I watched a Mike Tyson fight. Like I just wanted to see what round he knocked him out in. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh, could he do it? It was like, oh, when's he gonna knock him out? Like people were thinking that about Jose Aldo. Like, oh yeah, like this is just. He's the GOAT. He's the 18 fight win streak, bro. You're not going to touch him, bro. He's untouchable. Like how people talked about Volk and Max and like everybody.
Then Connor came and touched him, you know?
Man, it's hard to explain.
Shit. Yeah. Well, see, I'm going to need to hit you guys up whenever you guys find out some news about the UFC, because you guys are my main source of MMA news now. Jack is, but
you a big fan of Alex Pereira?
Not really.
Okay. So the big rumor with him is he vacated the light heavyweight belt, so that means he's moving up to heavyweight. So that's three options: him versus Sean Jones, White House.
Jeez.
Him versus Cyril Gahn for maybe an interim belt, or him versus Tom. And somehow his eye is magically better for the championship belt.
Gosh,
all three amazing. Like
all three are cool.
I mean, maybe not like Sean Jones because he's a wrestler, but everyone else is. I mean, it'll still be fun to watch. But
yeah,
you know what John's gonna do. He's not standing up with him.
No,
so
that's crazy.
Cyril Gahn would be amazing. I think him and Cyril Gahn is the ultimate kickboxing big boy matchup.
Listen, the people of France. This is not directed at you. This is French MMA fighters only. I fucking hate the French, goddammit. They're the worst. They're the biggest cheaters. They're the biggest cheaters in MMA. Those motherfuckers don't know how to tuck their fingers in.
No, they do be just straight to the eyeballs.
It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. If it was one guy, it would be a different. It's a whole gym. It's a whole gym.
Yeah, it's insane. That is insane.
I want Alex to slime out Cyril Gahn. That would make my summer.
I would like to see that as well.
But now moving down the card a little bit, talking about the co-main event, you're not that familiar with Kyle Ohio. But what I do want to say is I remember watching Rainier's last win, his victory versus Robert Whitaker, in your car in the parking lot of a Mexican restaurant.
Is that when we were?
What did you think about his performance versus Robert Whitaker?
I remember that.
I don't remember. I mean, dude, I don't remember. All I remember is that we were doing carnivore diet, and my freaking
carnivore
diet, and my head was just spinning, bro. I was just like, I don't remember anything, bro. I don't remember anything of that fight, to be honest with you. I just know Rob won.
Moving on to something that you do know. ATT Team Lima UFC fighter Cody Durden.
That's my boy.
Nayem Jargal Tumendem Barel, the Mongolian warrior, the art of knockout, who only has 2 knockouts and has 6 submissions.
Dang. Did not live up to the name.
But this fight, Cody, little bit of an underdog, plus 140. The art of knockout is minus 165. I think the line's wrong. I'm riding the Cody Durden train. He's fought the much better competition.
Dude, much better competition. I mean, Cody comes to fight. You know, I've never seen a boring Cody Durden fight a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm excited for his fight. Even if I wasn't his teammate, I'd be excited for his fight. I mean, he comes to fight, you know, and he looks good, bro. Like, he has not looked better in a while. So I'm excited. He has this like do or die mentality. It seems like right now, like he's ready to go. He's gonna go and take it, bro.
What do you think, Big Verb? Who you got?
I'm on the Cody train too. I think this is a good fight setup for him. Like you said, he's a dog, man, and you can never bet against him. Obviously, he's going to get some honestly high level competition that unfortunately he was just part of their pathway to the top. But this is a good win for him. I think, honestly, the reach worries me a little bit, 5 inches, but I think the wrestling will come through and it'll probably end up a decision. I think maybe late knockout in the 3rd, but I think decision more than likely.
See, I'm just looking at Cody's resume here, and his last 6 fights, Tagir Ulanbekov, top 15, was doing good. That was probably his worst performance of the 6, too. Like, Tagir kind of dogged him. What are you going to do? Could be guy. Bruno Silva, top 15. Cody was beating the ever-living fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, uppercutted. Is what it is. Beats Matt Schnell on 3 days' notice. Wins a round versus Joshua Van, the current champion. Then gets outpaced a little bit. Jose Ochoa in Atlanta wins round 1. 11 seconds into round 2. Got body kicked. Left his chin up there, and that was that. And then Alan Nascimento winning like the first 7 minutes of this fight, got caught in a choke where he's winning minutes and losing in moments. And I feel just like if you're a minute winner, you're bound to finally get one.
Yep. And
this is the one to get it.
He's dialed in, man. He's got the best team behind him. You know, he's there with Diego Lima. He has got Scott Barber in his corner, the GOAT of Georgia and Southeast Orthopedics, Scott Barber from Barber Orthopedics. He'll be there. Yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome, man. I can't wait. I mean, that's the only fight I'm really like. If I had to pick a fight, either Cody's fight or the main event, I'm picking Cody's fight. Like I gotta tune in. Like my schedule is cleared to watch that fight.
That's awesome.
See, and something leaning towards Cody. I try not to be controversial on here. I'm a nice guy. there tends to be trends in MMA that I can follow here. And if you look at the road to UFC, is it one of the most fun subsets of the UFC? Yeah, it's awesome. 3 times a year, you get to wake up at 3 a.m. and watch Asian on Asian violence, sometimes Australia, and these dudes kill each other. However, the problem with the Asian on Asian violence is typically they have the show because they have the people out east have a hard time transitioning. There's just less and less pure like Asian fighters who live out in Asia in the UFC. They all are over moving here, moving to Thailand, moving to Australia. And his competition, Nam Jargo Temendembarel, is just not up to standard. Like his record, his 9 fights or 10 fights, 1-1, 2-2, 2-1, 0-0, 4-0. Nam Saribat Bayar, great fighter. I like him a lot. Got to win over him. 15-10, 9-4, 6-2. Loses to Carlos Hernandez, which again, all respect to Carlos Hernandez, Chicago guy. I think he's good, but he was kind of that gatekeeper to see if you were good enough to be in the UFC.
Yep.
And he lost to him. And then his last fight was a win in the UFC over Terrence Saturn, who was on a week's notice, and in my opinion, would not. He just wasn't ready. Got cut the next day. He got signed for that fight. Got cut the next day. Where Cody Durden, man, he's fought everybody. He's fought like 7 fighters in the top 15. He's fought, I think, 4 people who have touched the top 5. Like I think the experience is going to be a huge difference. Has a win over Charles Johnson.
Yeah, the prospect killer, dude. Right? Is that we're talking about the same person? Okay,
you get knocked out by Charles Johnson, you get fast tracked to the top 5.
That's it, dude. That's it. I mean, I remember my MMA debut. He was headlining the card, and I just remember, you always think of like when you're an amateur. First, before you're amateur, you're looking at amateur fighters like, whoa, like that's the next level, and then you're an amateur fighter, and then you're looking at, like in Georgia, advanced amateur fighters. That's the next level, no shin guards. And then you look at the pros, like that's the next level. And then you look at like people in a major promotion and you're like, holy crap, that's the next level. When Cody, like, cause I had made my amateur MMA debut, when I was watching him fight, and beat the snot out of some people, bro, on the local scene. Just some good competition, bro. Like some UFC level competition. Like his last fight, it was against we've talked about this guy. He's from
Don Sweeney.
Yeah, dude, Sweeney. And that's high. I mean, that is a high level fight.
Cody was his last loss. He was 6-2 at the time, and now he's 14-3.
That's what I mean, dude. 14-3, and this is somebody who could easily be in the UFC right now. You know what I'm saying?
This like horizon.
That's what I mean, dude. Like Cody has been fighting this top level competition from the beginning of his career to in the UFC. So like battle tested for sure, more dog for sure. Like he's more technical. He has better cardio. He has better wrestling. Like he's better all over. So I'm really excited for this one.
No, I can't wait. And is there any other prospects on this card that you even have an inkling about that you want to talk about? I'm going to assume no.
No, I mean, I just know that Drew Dober is the freaking, is
the minority killer.
Yeah, he's the minority killer, and I cannot wait to watch him fight. And he's just
committed a hate crime.
I know he's fought too many quats in the last couple fights. We need to get him back to his winning ways.
Yeah, we need to get him right. I'm excited for that. But other than that, man, I mean, we got the freaking local fights. Yeah, I mean, I got the local fights,
bangers,
and I'm gonna be tuning in for the last one. Probably I'll be asleep. Hopefully I'll be asleep, and I'll just watch the highlights in the morning because it's gonna be late, and I can't get down with that late night stuff. But I will be watching Cody's fight, and I'll try to catch this Charles fight. I can't wait. Charles and Max is gonna be a banger, dude.
I know they're gonna have to welcome you to the unction. You're not gonna be able to stay up that way, dude.
I made the unction, bro.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, Big Verb. Any final thoughts here?
No, I think we spent about 5 minutes gassing Cody Durden up.
Yeah,
I feel pretty confident about it. Like I said, good setup for him. Definitely appreciate you coming on the show, showing some love, and like I said, I hope your boy wins.
Absolutely, I appreciate it, Jeremy and Jack. I'll see you soon, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, go follow Nathan Rivera everywhere. The next BKFC featherweight champion.
That's it.
Hey.
That's it. Y'all boys take it easy, man.
Take it
Have
easy,
a good rest of your night, dude.
All right, see y'all.